Hey guys, this is Andrew from fjpyrosystems.com. I'm here to show you the new S12C computer controlled remote. This is the modified remote that remotefiringsystems.com sells, or otherwise known as Dewey. This is the same unit that he sells. This is just a modification for computer control. The differences between this one and the original one: we've taken away the rocker switch and added a push button switch, and we've added an indicator here to let you know whether or not you're in manual or computer mode. When activated in computer mode, your XLR connector for your dead man switch becomes active. You have to press this dead man switch down in order to fire in computer mode. If you don't press that down while you're in computer fire mode, no signals will be transmitted at all. When you're in manual mode, the dead man switch becomes disconnected from the system. This was an added feature just to eliminate any possible issues somebody might have by having it connected. And unfortunately, as we all know, some people do try to bypass this, tape it down, whatever, which you really shouldn't do. But if you do and you're in manual mode and the computer's still running, it can create some issues. So we've simplified the operation a little bit with the addition of this and eliminated some problems that could arise in the field. When you turn the unit on and you turn it into external or internal battery, you'll see the indicator light come on here. Right now it's green. Green means you're in computer mode. So your XLR connector for your dead man switch is active. Your main panel is active. And you're ready to fire with the computer. Press it again. Give it a good press. You'll hear it latch. This switch has a really deep latch, so you don't accidentally bump it while shooting. So you kind of have to really give it a good press. When it's red, it's in manual mode. When it's in manual mode, this XLR is dead. Your dead man switch no longer is active. You can fire it just like normally, how you would fire a normal S12 receiver or transmitter. If you turn it on to external battery, your indicator light goes off. Now, it doesn't mean that it's still not active. So if you're in computer mode, okay, and let's say your internal battery is starting to get a little low, you've had a really long show, thousands of cues, whatever. If your internal battery starts to get a little low and you have to switch to external battery, you could still do that. That show will continue to fire whether it's in computer mode or whether it's in manual mode. The only difference is that indicator light goes out to conserve energy. Since this is a small battery, you know, there's not a whole lot of juice in it. It's good enough for smaller shows and some small manual shows and things like that. But in a pinch, if that battery's fresh and while you're firing your show, if your internal battery were to have an issue or were to go dead, you can switch it to an external battery and that unit will still fire as normal. Your indicator light just goes out, but you'd still be in that mode. It also helps function as an off mode indicator for your light. So for instance, you turn your panel off here and you still have that internal switch on, you can drain the battery inside if you're internal mode, even without this light on. There's a couple of circuits in there that will drain down the battery, and it just like before, it's important that you put that switch in its middle position. That means everything is off. There's no battery selected. But if you leave it on, now it's more obvious that you've left it on. Go ahead and turn it off. So we're going to get a little more into the nitty-gritty of it. These units control the same units as before. Whether it's the Superb Fire FSK units that Dewey sells, or his case transmitters, or his cased receivers, the S32, the P32s, internal, external batteries, the 3 codes, the 6 codes, and the programmable units. I like these little Superb Fire FSKs. I haven't had a problem out of them yet. With all the testing and a couple of small shows I've done with them, they have fired perfectly. He's done modifications to them that make them much more robust and much more reliable than the standard units. They're a great low-cost option for getting into e-firing. You pair up 2 or 3 of these with the S12C, and you've got a nice little computer-controlled system for a lot less money per cue than some of the other systems out there. As well as his S series and his P series case transmitter or cased receivers. Those are a great value as well. They already come in Seahorse cases. Everything is already nice and tidy in a Seahorse case. There's no extras to buy. The software comes with the system. It's free. Any updates to the software, any updates to the firmware, all free. It's all included with the system. You'll also receive your deadman switch and your USB cable. That's all included as well. If you have any questions, want to place an order, need any more info, go to fjpyrosystems.com, or you can go to remotefiringsystems.com. There are links to the standard transmitter as well as links to the website that sells the modified unit. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. My email address is on the website, as well as some videos and tutorials on how to use the unit, how to program it, how to use the program, and how to fire a show. Thank you for your time.